we are. It's Wednesday. That means it's time to knock out another workout. My excuse today is family commitments. My wife came home from school and then she's a school teacher. She rushed home from school and then had to rush off to another meeting. She's also a scoutmaster, so she had to occupy this space to get ready for the meeting. But we're going to say that the excuse is family commitments, and we'll talk more about the rest of it when we get to the treadmill. Going to do some quick Australian style pull-ups, and then some knee push-ups, and then some crunches and some deep knee bends, and then we're going to go to the treadmill. So let's just get started. All right. Let's see. Last week I did Thanksgiving week. I did nothing but what do we call those? I can't remember what you call them. The exercises where they're just on the negative side, and I did a bunch of them. Anyway, let's see if it made us any progress. Let's see if I can stay a little closer down here. We may just do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now that may not seem like much compared to what we were doing when we left, but you'll notice that my feet are not here. I have moved my body almost directly underneath this. I'm going to do one more just for kicks. 6, 7, 8. So 8. But you'll notice I'm almost directly underneath it. So it's working. It's putting a lot more weight on my arms. So the goal is to get where I'm directly underneath it, and I can do 20 or 30 of those, and then we'll move to the jackknives. So I may just take my glasses off and throw them across the room. They're already sweaty and falling on my head. I've lost so much weight, my glasses don't stay on my head. So I'm going to take them off, move them over. I'll have to figure out, either learn how to adjust them myself or go to my eye doctor and get them adjusted. Not that I'm complaining about losing weight, but it's just one of the many happy struggles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Whew. I actually tried to do a few sit-ups. I think if I had an inclined bench, I could probably do sit-ups gradually the same way we're doing pull-ups or push-ups. But I don't want to buy an inclined bench just for that. I don't want to buy an adjustable inclined bench just for that. But that may be in my future if I can figure out how and where to store it in between workouts. I've got so much crap in my house, it's ridiculous. Okay. Push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now, you don't have to do these exercises. You can do whatever exercises you can do. Start where you are with what you have. If you need to just sit in the chair and wave your arms back and forth, then by all means, start there. God knows we started this with me barely being able to do 30 pull-ups against a wall frame. So, here we are. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. I don't know if you guys saw the news Sunday. But I'm down 50 pounds. Woohoo! 50 pounds is a lot. I'm still obese. My fitness still sucks. But it is improving. I am, as I've said, trans fit. I identify as a fit person. I just need to scrape some of this extra person off of me. And it's especially important to exercise while you're losing weight, so that your body says, oh wait, we can't take the muscles, he's using those. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Had to move my feet a little bit that time, but still inside the door. I'll just keep coming back to this position. This is where I want to be. So we'll just keep coming back to it. Keep working from there. Like I said, start where you are with what you have. Maybe you're just doing this. Maybe you're just doing the Macarena. Maybe you're starting out like I did and just going 30 minutes without putting food in your mouth. Every little bit helps. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Eccentric. That's the word I couldn't think of. Eccentric pull-ups. I would pull that stool over there. I keep a stool under my chair for my feet sometimes. I'd pull that stool over here and get up on it, and you let my legs assist me lifting up, and then try to pick my legs up and just let my weight burn through my muscles, pulling me down. Try to resist falling. And I would do 3 sets of 5 of those. I did 3 sets of 5 of those. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of Thanksgiving week. And it hurt in weird places. It hurt my triceps. And I had to figure out why pull-ups hurt my triceps. And it's because the muscle in your triceps inserts on your scapula. And so when you're doing a pull-up, there's still some pulling back here on your scapula, so it pulls your triceps a little bit. But it pulled my triceps in a way that my triceps were not used to being pulled. And so my arms felt really weird. So that was interesting. So I did 3 sets of 5 eccentric pull-ups. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of Thanksgiving week. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I also walked up and down the stairs 5 times between each set of pull-ups. So I would do 5 eccentric pull-ups and then walk all the way down the stairs and all the way back up the stairs 5 times. And then come back in and do 5 more eccentric pull-ups. And then when I was done, I went for a 1.5 mile walk outside. Ooh. All right. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, that's the second set. One more set, and then we can go to the treadmill. Woohoo. Okay. Eep. Okay. So, try to get my body directly under. This is a lesson of inertia. An object at rest will remain at rest until acted upon a force. Use the force, Luke. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. All right. Okay. Now let's do some crunches. I mentioned I tried to do some sit-ups, but I still have too much junk in the way to do sit-ups. There's no leverage there. Even try to do where I pull myself up with my arms and then try to lower myself with my abs. And it was just me falling. So I think it'll be a while before I can actually do a sit-up, or I am going to have to break down and buy an incline bench. Go back to using the chair. Alright. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll get a Adirondack chair. I hate them things though. Everybody thinks they're comfortable. I feel like I'm sitting in the middle of my back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Whew. There's 30 of those. Oh my goodness. Just a little bit more. How much further? Doesn't matter. We're not there yet. Gotta keep going. Like a pack of cigarettes, and I was like, pack of cigarettes? Why is there a pack of cigarettes in my house? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's that mental block kicking in right there. Said I was going to 20. Brain said 20 is all you can do. That is purely a mental block. All right. Deep knee bends. Catch my breath. at least get my breathing under control. If you're not breathing, you're dead. It's important to breathe. Dead people don't lose weight in a healthy fashion. So remember to breathe. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. We did it. We did it. So that's amazing. We did it. All right. It is December 1st. We did it. We did it. All right. So, we gotta hydrate. It is important to hydrate. And so, all right. All right. Up on the treadmill. Whew. Oh my goodness. Fix my shorts so my shorts don't fall down. It's Wednesday, so we put our incline at 1. And then off we go. There we go. Get the little leg balls moving for a minute. 30 seconds. Whew. Can't really talk during that 30 seconds because then I won't notice the time going by and I'll forget to speed up. It's weird without my glasses. Okay. So here we are, Wednesday, and I'm still reading that book about time management where she talks about tracking your day in 30-minute increments. And I downloaded an app to start doing that, but it gets monotonous. So, but it's easier to do it throughout the day than it is to try to remember how much time did I spend playing Sudoku on the toilet. I don't remember. Let's just call it 3 minutes when everybody knows it was 20. So, anyway, I'm still reading that book. And she talked about, I don't remember if it was her idea or if she gave credit to somebody else. She talked about the reasons we do or don't do things that we want to do, why we do or don't make time for them, and how people that seem to have all the time in the world also have responsibilities, also have problems, just seem to manage their time better than those of us that are running around like chickens with our heads cut off all the time. But she says part of the reason is because of your experiencing self not wanting to change what you're doing. I'm going to elaborate on that. She divides your perception of reality into 3 parts. This is complicated, so follow me on this one. She divided the perception of reality into 3 parts. Your remembering self, that's the part of you that remembers how good or bad something was. I had such a good time at the zoo. I should do that again sometime. I enjoy walking around the zoo looking at the animals. And then there's your planning self that says, yeah, the zoo sounds like a really good time. Let's do that this afternoon. We'll be in the neighborhood. It's only 10 minutes away from the zoo, from where we're going to be in the afternoon. So let's just zip over to the zoo, walk around there, get a little fresh air, a little exercise, maybe even knock out a few sketches. That sounds like a really good idea. Let's do that. So that's your remembering self and your planning self. But then there's your experiencing self. And your experiencing self is the one absorbed with what you are doing right now. Oh, I've got all this traffic around me I've got to deal with, and you know the traffic's just going to be worse over there. So I'm just going to go ahead and go home so this doesn't drag out. Because the traffic, not only is there going to be traffic over there, but the traffic is going to be worse later if I go to the zoo. The traffic will be worse so when I get out of the zoo than it is right now. So rather than deal with all that, I'll just do this. I'll just go on home. I'll do that. I'll go to the zoo some other time. Kids want to go play soccer. Kids are growing up really fast. And they're like, Dad, let's go outside and kick the soccer ball around. And your remembering self says, yeah, we used to have a really good time. We've had lots of really good times kicking the soccer ball around with the kids. That sounds like a blast. Let's go do that. And the planning self says, yeah, we should do that. Matter of fact, we should put that on the schedule and do that all the time. But the experiencing self says, oh man, I'd have to get up, go find my shoes. I'm not even sure I have clothes to fit this weather because there's a cold front that just came in. It means it'd be wet and nasty outside. And plus, we got to go here in about 20 minutes anyway, so we wouldn't even get to have very much fun out there at all. And that's 20 minutes that you didn't get up and go play with the kids. And count how many Saturdays you have left with them before they're gone. And that's just 20 more minutes you didn't do because your experiencing self is absorbed in what you're doing. And I thought about that. And I'm like, wow, she's on point. She's on point because that ties back into what I was saying a while ago about Newton's laws of motion. Inertia. You know, when we think of inertia, you think of things falling forward in your car when you stop. But inertia is also the energy it takes to make your car start moving forward. It's not just an object in motion will remain in motion until acted upon by force. It is also an object at rest will remain at rest until acted upon by a force. And thirdly, for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. So, if an object is at rest and something is applying force to that object at rest, that object at rest exerts resistance. And so resistance is what we have to overcome. And the resistance in this instance, poet didn't know it, feet short because they're long fellows. Not really, I've got tiny feet. I'm short. But the point is, the resistance for this exercise is your experiencing self absorbed in what you're doing, not wanting to change. My resistance for the last few weeks has been the time of day that I want to do these exercises. I want to exercise in the morning and knock it out and get it out of the way and not have to deal with it in the middle or at the end of my day. But I cannot, because my wife has to get dressed in the mornings. And so I can't turn the lights on before she wakes up to exercise. I certainly can't make videos before she gets up while I'm exercising. I can't turn the cameras on that area while she's up getting ready. Well, I can, but that's for a whole different network of videos, browsers. But the problem there, the resistance there is I can't do the exercises when I want to do them, and so I'm struggling with doing them when I can. But then I read that book. I read that passage in that book, and I thought about what I've said all along the way. Do what you can with what you have. Start where you are. And if that means that while we're filming this, I do it in the afternoons, then that's what it means. My mother suggested, because I talk to my mom all the time, they only live 5 minutes away. My mother suggested that I just start doing it instead of 5:30, I do it at 7:30. I mean, what does it affect? Other than the fact that I feel like that's the middle of the day. To everybody else, that's the beginning of the day. But to me, that's the middle of the morning. And it feels like it interferes with everything else. So there's talk of moving this stuff out of this room. I don't really have another place to put it. That's the kind of resistance, and that's the kind of stuff, those are the arguments that I throw up, and those are the kinds of arguments that I throw out there in my way and make me say, well, then I just don't want to do it. If I can't do it the way I want to do it, then I just don't want to do it. And that is not successful thinking. Successful thinking is start where you are with what you have and celebrate the small victories, like the fact that we have finished our Wednesday workout. And that 10 minutes flew by because we had fun stuff to talk about. So, that said, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate the words of encouragement to me and to each other. Be kind to each other. We'll see you Friday. Peace out.